$100 per person return to Holland
All right.
in Thailand.
Now, I'm just going to point out, this is activity that's been going on for quite a while. Goes back to 2010. And all these little, or huge chunks of space junk that was pulled back by the returning Gabriel and the 7 angels back to the solar system. And all the space junk it brings with it is being sucked into the sun. Recall the Shoemaker-Levy comet that hit in 1994. How the Cassini space probe just happened to be at the right moment, right place, right time for the comet to hit. I pointed out at the time the numbers spelt out mountains hurled by God. Now the answer to the riddle, which I'm going to do a little later on, is St. Catherine's Mountain and the Great Pyramid. So this is what's been happening all the time. I want you to imagine you're in Australia. You're on an outback road. You can drive 100 miles without seeing a soul. Eugene and Carol Shoemaker, after I had made a suggestion to him, was run into by a truck. And Eugene was killed, murdered. They had a device in the wheels, so when a truck was getting close, I just pressed this YouTube thing and I come up with 888 in the corner. comes up with 880 again.
Southern pole here, you see there's a bright streak. See that bright streak? And around the edge of the streak there's some other stuff. It was not there the day before. It's a new feature on Jupiter.
This is the Shoemaker Levy. Is that how Eugene Shoemaker was murdered when he came out to Australia?
Yeah.
Because I had sent him some information.
Kilometers high, erupted from the surface of the planet. The biggest impact released 600 times more energy than the entire world's nuclear arsenal. Scars bigger than the Earth were left on the surface of Jupiter. These were some of the biggest explosions that had ever been witnessed. It delivered.
And then some of they were. That's him.
Perhaps this was not the
His
right
wife
time to
discovered it.
celebrate.
That's Carol.
The Jupiter collision showed the enormous power that could be released by a
And
full
David
blown
Levy.
impact with a comet. Just
Yeah, it's called
imagine
the Shoemaker
if
Levy
it had
9.
hit the Earth.
So I was just trying to point out some of the BBC documentary. Very odd. It's bloody well froze up. This is all those things we've got to watch, go through a few. Sacred Dramedy, Nessun Harriman. He's been talking about the other ones which I've got to get back again. Of the big heads and the sun gods.
It still hurts, you know. Even though they were the enemy, they can survive, you know. They're still humans.
The fish. They're running. people I'm building that, aren't
These people seem to be just visiting after.
Look at that. Beautiful. That's special.
So this is 2012, August the 2nd.
You got that?
How many circles? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mosquito coil.
What's that, Pat?
Mosquito coil.
Yeah, I think that's it.
What's that look like?
The wheel, the first one you started working on.
I've ordered that. That's what I've ordered.
That was the 5th of August. This one.
Well, I've ordered that, but it's not. This has got. Well, you count your spirals, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I've done with 24. There's 6 in between there. All putting out power. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. Looks good, huh? Beautiful. It's right over there. I like it, baby. through that. Well, there's there somewhere. I was making a movie of it, as a matter of fact. Let's see. There it is. The idea being is that the gas is compressed.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And when we get to the deal here, we'll cut that in just by the hacksaw or something, or jigsaw. And then that'll be clamped between a piece 6mm out here and 6mm on the other side. And that'll be little pockets. So this will be tiny holes drilled to fill that with air as this is coming, pushing it together. Right? So it just comes in and in and in, compressing it. And these ones coming behind it are also compressing it. And these ones coming behind it. There's 8 of them like that. See how there's little holes that fire the air, the compressed air out into that, because that's been drawn in by a positive there, and that's a rather north there and a south there. As this is going past, this is picking up energy here. Well, that's a north and that's a south. So that's a south. So that's a north, south, north, south. So as this is going past, this is rotating. That's driving an alternator, which is putting current back in. But if you put coils of wire, just like those ones on that magnetic thing we got upstairs, over that, that'll induce a current in that, a voltage in that, a potential. And you have yourself a merry, merry Christmas. Let the Yuletide rise. So that's what you'll be doing, you see. And all this gas is being bled off continuously into these that are cut around the edge where this compression takes place. So let's go out a little bit. So there's tiny holes are pushing air, filling that, and then pushing that around. So this is pushing that around. It's a jet. That becomes a jet. And these are coming together. Right? Now we can also put a coil on there to pull these in. Just a big flat magnet and bump it with a steel coil, which is again driven by this electrical output here. So it's not only is it over unity, it's perpetual motion. There it is there. I haven't looked at this.
What's the diagram?
So nervous. Same thing, is it? Yeah, there we go. It's a nudge, isn't it?
It's a nudge.
Let's turn this damn music off. Yeah. Right. That's better. Yeah, that's the one.
This is the stadium.
Oh, right.
Now, when I looked at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5 not filled in and 4 filled in. So there's 9 altogether, 9, 5, 4. And I looked up the numbers. And I put it on Facebook when because it's been on Facebook for a while. Seemed to describe where we're at.
Well, let's see what we got to look at.
I've got to go. Get off, mate.
Order.
Okay.
Go hang on your walker.
Hmm.
I'll come up now.